Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and it looks like it could be the end of Pete Hegseth in the Trump administration. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Pete Hegseth has been one of the bright spots of this administration as far as I'm concerned. I love the guy. I think he's doing a fantastic job in the Department of Defense, and it looks like President Donald Trump thinks so as well. J.D. Vance, the whole team. You know, it's so much different than his first administration. This team seems to gel so good together. They seem to be so coordinated. They seem to be on the same page. But Pete Hegseth, when he won the Senate confirmation to be the Secretary of Defense, he gained a lot of popularity. And now there's reports that Hegseth may parlay that popularity to become the next governor of Tennessee. And to do that, of course, he would have to leave the Trump administration. Now, Hegseth, for his part, and people in the administration are saying, well, Hegseth himself didn't say it, but behind the scenes, they're saying that there's nothing to these rumors. But let me tell you something. And I remember when people telling me, oh, listen, Joe Biden's not going to step aside. He's not going to step aside. And I said, yes, he is. And people didn't believe me. No, but he said he's not going to. Doesn't matter what they say. They're always not running until they're running. They're always not resigning until they're resigning. That's how Washington works. Pay no attention to the words. I think Hegseth could do it. Should he do it is a different story. I really like him in the federal government. But this is a big opportunity for him. And he would be on his own as an executive, could make his way maybe to the presidency someday. That's how you start. I want you to watch this. This is the report from NBC. And let me know what you think in the comments.
To an NBC News exclusive report that you co-authored, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has privately discussed the idea of running for political office next year in Tennessee. That's according to two people who've spoken directly with Secretary Hegseth about it. Gordon, when I heard about this reporting, to me it felt like, is this the Hegseth off-ramp? I mean, what is your reporting showing you? What is he considering running for? Talk to me more about that.
So, you know, we're 6 months in. Secretary Hegseth has had a rocky bit. His supporters would say that he's gotten a lot done. They point to recruiting and to some of the things he's done to kind of restore lethality to the military. But also a lot of things, obviously the Signalgate issue with putting classified information on an unclassified system, sharing it with family and friends, and other things, and chaos within his front office. And so this reporting shows that he is at least discussing the idea of running for office. He's interested in that anyway. He ran in Minnesota in 2012. So I think that's baked into his probably future plans anyway. This would offer him an opportunity to run for office. The political calendar drives this he would potentially leave the Pentagon, sometime later this year to run for office in Tennessee next year for governor, and then see what happens there.
It would sort of fit the skill set that put him at the Pentagon in the first place, right? Which is being able to be a messenger for the Trump agenda, which has nothing to do, of course, with managing a massive bureaucracy at the Pentagon. And that was the concern of lawmakers who confirmed him.
But he's clearly telegenic. The president, that's resonated with the president. He is a good messenger for the president, and has acted very, if you see him at events and on camera, he's, essentially performing for one audience of one bit, the president. And so has been very effective in that regard. But I think that all parties may, if they get to that point, all parties may recognize that this is a way for him to exit stage left, and the president then doesn't have to remove anybody, at least in this case. We saw that in Mike Waltz, the National Security Advisor, who was kind of essentially moved to the UN instead of the White House. So we'll see what happens.
You say if this happens, what's the Pentagon saying about this reporting?
Pentagon is pushing back on the reporting.
Surprise, surprise.
And said this is a made-up story, and he's focused